Do you like my new overlay? I made it myself. I've got a hat on again because my hair is a mess again. Listen, I'm not gonna act. I'm not gonna act like this was a good year for me. It was rough. It was bad. I had a bad time. The world is scary right now, and I've got my own personal stuff going on. I was rewatching last year's wrap up in preparation, sort of seeing what I talked about last year and preparing for like this year. And gosh, I was just so bright-eyed. I really thought I was gonna kill 2025, dude. I thought I was gonna be on top of it. To finish the book I'm writing. Nope. Early this year. Really, nope. Submit it to whoever I'm gonna submit it to. And start working on another book, and hopefully my dream is to finish it by the end of this year. I would like to have 2 finished books under my belt by the end of this year. I did not, in fact, kill 2025. But you know what? It was a bad year. It wasn't the worst year of my life. But it was bad. However, I persevered. Call me Steve McQueen. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm just gonna quickly reflect on what this year was like, the kind of stuff I watched and read and did, so that, you know, I can have this to look back on. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what my intentions are for next year, because it was nice to look back and see my intentions for the previous year at the end of things and be like, oh, look at that. Look at what, you know, look how wrong I was. And it'd be nice to look back next year and be like, look how wrong I was, but in the positive direction. Look at how much I accomplished that I didn't think I'd be able to. I watched a bunch of movies this year, 62, I think. It'll probably be more than that by the actual end of the year, but as of filming this, 62. I'm not going to review all of them, but some of the sort of favorites. Chungking Express, incredible movie. Gremlins 2, equally incredible. I said it. Police Story, Jackie Chan, the best action comedy I've ever seen. Blue Velvet, David Lynch is the greatest of all time. Y tu mamá también, love it. One Battle After Another, love it. And I watched Bottle Rocket, which reignited my love for Wes Anderson, a director who I sort of had fallen off of. And now I'm like, maybe I'll watch The Phoenician Scheme. Maybe I'll enjoy it. If you want to know all my thoughts about movies that I put onto the internet, full-on reviews, I have a Letterboxd. You can follow me. As you can see, I have great taste. Read many books this year, more than 2024, because in 2024 I only read 2, and I read at least 3 this year. But I've lost the password to my story graph or whatever I was using to track them, and I'm intending to just track them on my website going forward. So unfortunately, I'm just not there. You're not going to get a reading list from me. And frankly, I don't think I read anything that was so incredible this year. Literally nothing is coming to my mind that I'm like, wow, that was great. I read On Writing by Stephen King. That was fun. Just like last year, I read a lot more manga than I did regular books. I have been continuing through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a manga that is sort of like Black Licorice. You love it or you hate it. I love it. I don't know if I can recommend it to the average person. I'm currently reading The Guy She Was Interested In Wasn't a Guy at All, which is a very cute, fluffy love story, and it has really nice art, and I love the page design in it because it's like she does a lot of like sort of like scrapbooky almost kind of thing, fills a lot of space with like stars and like pretty, it's just like very sweet and like a beautiful design, and like just the art's like pleasant to look at. I read Jujutsu Kaisen this year, which is, I think, like this sort of classic shonen battle manga like Naruto or like Bleach, but I think it is like just an improvement on those, and sort of it does like a few things really great and does like most everything like a little bit better than them. So I would say it's like an improvement, but if you've read those, you sort of don't need to read. If you only are going to read one shonen battle manga, I think JJK is like a good option. I also read Demon Slayer, which is the exact opposite. It's the same thing. It's like exactly a battle shonen manga, but it's hot trash. It's just like worse. It's worse art. It's worse storyline. The characters aren't as developed. It's just like, if JJK is like a 4 out of 5 star, Demon Slayer is a 2 out of 5 star. and Naruto's a 3, I guess. I listen to a lot of music. I'm not gonna say them out loud here. Instead, in post-production, I'm going to just like flash them on the screen here, and you're gonna be like, wow, I shouldn't do this because then I'm gonna have to time it to when I'm like doing the hand motions. It should just scroll by, they should just pop up. But here's a bunch of albums I found or revisited a lot this year. They're happening right now. I'm gonna sit still now for a second so that if I have a lot of albums, I have time to put them into the edit. And I don't have to like create a whole new like scene for it. So we're sitting here. Wow, that's a good one. I probably am done now. It's probably, they're all passed by now. This year I did not write very much. I had intended to write a lot. I did not write very much. This was because I was sad in my general life. I did get into the final draft of my book, which I'm hoping to finish early next year, which is what I said last year, which sucks for me. I hate that. It's really, that was the worst part of watching last year's recap, was me being like, I'm going to finish my book this year. I'm like right near the end. That was tough. That was really tough. I've kept the blog going. I'm writing like these little short pieces of fiction and personal nonfiction. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it going into the new year, or I might put it onto my own personal website. But for now, it's ongoing. There's a bunch of writing there you could read if you wanted to. I painted some. I did some sketching. I carved a little. I built a garden bed, and we got a good like amount of peppers that we grew this summer. We grew some tomatoes. Those didn't work out as well. Some lettuce, some cabbage, a parsley plant that really just popped off. The parsley went crazy. Perhaps most importantly, we got a pair of beautiful cats. Their name was Arbine and Poppy. The adoption group we got them from found them in an abandoned, empty like trailer. And they're brother and sister, and I would kill every person in order to protect them. I love them so much. I did not realize that I knew that people love their cats. I did not realize I was going to love these cats this much. The YouTube channel has gone okay. I think it's an improvement on the previous year, but looking back, I intended to spend more creative energy on it. I'm sitting at exactly 100 subs, which is double what I had at the end of last year, which is nice. And there are some videos that I'm proud of. I'll try and link those below. But more that I'm like, not that I hate them, but I'm just not like proud of it. I just am like, oh, I did a Let's Play, I did a, RP, nothing that was like super impressive. I would look back and be like, I could have written that video better. I could have performed more. I could have done like better editing. Generally across the board, I would say my performance has been poor. It's been a bad quarter. I think the good thing about it is that I've sort of started to plan my videos for next year, and I feel like I have a better sense of the kinds of things I actually want to make and like how much work they're going to take. I think I've learned a lot this year that hopefully next year, when I look back, I'll be prouder of my output, and I will have other stuff to fix and improve and make better art, man. Make better art. Speaking of making better art, my goal for 2026 is to put my head down art-wise, make some shit I'm really proud of. Nose to the grindstone, just work on stuff I want to make. I want to finish the book I'm writing, send it out to publishers, be done with it, get my rejection letters, and just, I've hated working on something for this long, and I think the amount of time I've spent on this book I'm so in the weeds, I can't like see it, and I think it's bad. I think it's really, really bad, partially because I spent so long on it. I think I would have been better off just editing the first draft, for like just cutting it down rather than writing a whole new second draft. But that was just like, the first draft was bad. The second draft I think is worse. And the third draft is maybe better than the second, but not by much. So I want to finish that book as quick as I can and then throw it out, get it out there, try and send it to places, but I don't think anyone's going to want to take it. and I want to start writing another book, and I want to finish it in a much quicker pace. I'm going to try and I would like to have finished 2 books by the end of this coming, 2026. That's what I said last year. This year, I'm going to do it. I will successfully do it. The YouTube channel, I have a theme, I have a concept. I want to make more complicated, more interesting videos, more in depth, and I don't want to stop making videos every week. That's going to mean a lot more work than me, but I'm hoping this year I'll have less personal stuff getting in my way. To me, a year from now, laughing at that, I'm sure. I'm not, the best laid plans of man and stuff, but that's the intention. I'd love to double my sub count again, ideally. If I can do that every year, then by 2055, every person alive on Earth will be watching my YouTube channel. I'm hoping to do more painting, more woodworking, carving, illustration, gardening. I'd like for that stuff to make it onto the YouTube channel or onto my website somehow. We'll see. That's sort of in the back of my head, something that I want to do, but I don't have specific plans for it. So that might be this year, that might be later on. Also, I've redone my website myself. I coded it personally. It's ugly now, uglier than my old Squarespace website, but it's free, basically. Well, it's very cheap comparatively with Squarespace because they do still have to host it somewhere. And I am trying to update it and keep making it prettier. And I want it to eventually be sort of the hub for everything I do. So if you want to keep up with absolutely everything, if you want to check out what art I'm making currently or have made in the past, or everything that I've made, I want to be accessible through that website. And it's a website that isn't owned by one of 3 companies that are headed by devils incarnate. So that website, that's one of my big projects for the year. There'll be a link to it at the top of the description down below. It's not great right now, but it will be great in the future, I hope. Well, I think that's it. So I hope that you have a great 2026. I know that I will.